Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports back to another video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Baltimore Ravens potentially signing Michael Thomas. It's been reported in recent NFL rumors that the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos are two teams that are linked to Saints wide receiver if the Saints end up cutting him. And honestly, before I get into it and the whole potential, what can happen with the Ravens bringing him in my opinion, it's not a great fit for the Ravens. I think he'd be a great wide receiver for Lamar Jackson to throw the ball to, but in my opinion, if you're going to replace Odell Beckham Jr., who's not that hard to replace because he was good at times. He showed flashes for the Ravens, but I just, if I were the Ravens, with how lucky enough the Ravens were to have a healthy wide receiver core last year. For most of the year, Zay Flowers stayed pretty healthy. For Odell, with his track record, was decent at staying healthy. Rashad Bateman, who had some trouble in the past, stayed healthy for this Ravens team. Michael Thomas is a guy who's not going to stay healthy. Played 10 games in 2023, which is good for him, and that's still missing 7 games. 2022 played 3 games, so he missed 14. 2021, he didn't play at all. 2020, he played 7 games. Injuries have been a consistent problem for him, and if you want Lamar Jackson to be successful, sure, he can use his legs. Sure, you can give it to the running back. I'm sure they're going to bring in an elite running back to replace J.K. Dobbins if the rumors are true that the Ravens are going to replace him with someone that, can stay healthy and is a better running back than him. But and Zay Flowers as well. But I think if they're going to bring a wide receiver and a wide receiver like Michael Thomas who can put up 500 yards in 10 games, that's great. But here's the thing: is Michael Thomas can't stay healthy, and I think Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback with a healthy wide receiver core. And I think adding in a guy like Michael Thomas doesn't really do him any good. Sure, he's great for the Ravens and, Lamar if he stays healthy, but is that something you take a chance on? I mean, I don't think he'd be too expensive, even though his contract right now is very high. If he gets cut, you're paying him your own money, so I think with all the injury problems he's had, I don't think he'd be able to make a lot of money. Maybe just a little bit, but I think that it would be a high risk, low reward situation for the Baltimore Ravens. But honestly, if I were the Ravens GM, which I'm not, but I'm just speaking in their perspective, I would stay away from a guy like Michael Thomas and go after someone else who, I know would be able to stay on the field, is capable of doing the things that Michael Thomas will do for you on the field, but that player will stay healthy or has a way better chance in staying healthy than Michael Thomas, because it is a consistent problem with him. The last 4 seasons, the last 4 seasons, he's played 20 games. On average, he's played 5 games a season. So, honestly, I think a team like the Broncos, I don't think it's that bad for the Broncos to go after a guy like Michael Thomas. Let's say they keep Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton this offseason. Let's say they don't go anywhere. If Michael Thomas goes down, you still have a couple guys like that, like Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton, who are elite wide receivers. So Thomas would allegedly be coming in as the 3rd wide receiver for the Denver Broncos if Jeudy and Sutton stay, which is maybe a long shot. But Thomas would reunite with his former head coach Sean Payton. Now that is why I say that. For the Broncos, I don't think it's a terrible signing because they have some talent elsewhere. Although with the Ravens, I don't see a lot of talent there. I love Zay Flowers. That's one wide receiver. Rashad Bateman as well. But he's had his health issues. He's had, his issues. He had a season-ending injury in 2022. And then outside of that, you got Nelson Aguilar. That's it. Odell Beckham Jr. wouldn't, it's reported he's not coming back. So for the Broncos, they have guys like Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, who has a lot of speed, and a couple other wide receivers for them. So I think Thomas wouldn't really hurt them bringing him in, but I think for the Ravens, they need to bring someone who they know will be out there, and 100% be healthy, which is something I don't think Michael Thomas brings at this point in his career. There are thoughts on the potential signing for the Ravens and the Broncos in the comment section, and peace out.